Yes.
If you were able to see all the modules for the whole class, but weren't able to advance, so let's say each module was locked until a certain day of the week, would that change your perspective on how you see online classes, or would it not make a difference, and why?
It wouldn't make a difference, because I'm the type of person that usually likes to see the deadlines, but I still wait till the last minute to submit. Not last minute, but that week. So I like to see what's ahead as well,
Yeah. Okay.
But it wouldn't make a difference in taking the class or not.
What was your relationship like with your professors, and can you explain a little bit more on it?
Yes. So for my professor, most of them we started off with a thread, so we had to record ourselves. And then everyone in the classroom had to, as well as the professor. So we would introduce ourselves, our name, our major, and a fun fact or something like that. So we would get everybody's face type of thing. And also I would get a lot of feedback from the professor when I would submit my papers. He would tell me oh no, you're not doing the APA style correctly. And then my next paper he's good job, you caught on, or something like that. So I liked how he would compare, not just say comments and it didn't relate. You knew that he
he was actually paying attention to what you were doing.
That he was paying attention, yeah.
Not just random.
Not just oh, good job, or you didn't do this right, but he compared it, so he knew your progress.
Okay, so you like the fact that he made you feel like he was actually noticing your work and remembering oh, well, this paper you didn't do so well, but on this one compared to the last one, you did a lot better because you changed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that by having the thread where you did the videos with your professor and the other students, that helped you with the class in any way? Did you feel that you were more confident in discussions?
Well, it made me get out of my comfort zone, that's for sure, because obviously, who's going to want to put themselves out there in a video? But I was open to it, and you're in college, and you kind of have to introduce yourself and put yourself out there. So, in a way, it was kind of good, because it made me get out of my comfort zone, and now, it's easier.
So would you say that your favorite type of online class professor is someone who responds to emails, gives you feedback, notices what you're doing in your work, and stuff like that?
Okay.
So what was your least favorite professor for an online class like?
I don't know. I don't have a least. They were all pretty good.
What specifically did your professors do effectively?
What was that?
What specifically did your professors do effectively?
Effectively? What did they specifically? They set up office hours where we felt secure. If we wanted to see them in person, we were able to. I feel that's a major one, because my first online class, I don't think they had a time where we can see them. It was just by appointment. So I feel having that day and that time in that classroom or their office hours open, that was very effective, because that made us just feel more welcome to go and ask questions, even if it was online.
So do you feel that helped out more than just having to make an appointment with the professor and maybe not having office hours at all?
Yes, because there's some online professors that just do it by appointment or video chat, but having that one-on-one person office hours where you can go in, because sometimes you are in school taking other classes, you can just pass by and talk to that professor and not have to struggle and call them and email them and try to find the time to meet and stuff.
Do you feel Do you feel that if a professor didn't have office hours but responded to emails pretty quickly, that it would affect you or your grade in any way? And can you explain why?
Yes, I would feel frustrated because the professor is not responding, and it might be like towards something I'm working that's due, and that would give me anxiety. So yeah, that would affect me, and I wouldn't want to take a class ever with that professor.
Is there anything that your professors did that impacted you negatively? And if so, can you talk about what happened or why happened?
Negatively? No.
So all the experience you've had from all 3 online classes have all been positive?
Yes.
Were you able to really get to know your professor?
One of them.
Can you explain the relationship you had? What was it like?
Well, I got to know him in a way that, like, he would update us about himself, his classes and stuff. Like, he didn't know me, but I knew him, type of thing. What else? I got to know what kind of professor he was because of the way he would email us, write feedback, and how he was open to office hours, and also because of I know that he does teach other classes that are not online, and yeah, but not a relationship or like we talk, it's just school.
Okay. What was your relationship like with other students?
With who?
With the other students in the class. What was your relationship like?
Okay. So, for this recent online class, it was a biology, elective. So most of the students that were taking this class, I had in other classes, but I didn't really get to, like, I don't really talk to them because I just go to class. So I felt like having this online class and like having these discussions, I got to know them more because of what they wrote and what they would like write back.
If
I never had this type of interactions in other classes because it's usually like a lecture. You go and you see these people, but you don't really talk to them. And then in online discussions, I got to like, damn, that girl's really smart. Yeah, I just see her all quiet in the other class,
So did you feel that by interacting with other students in the class, it helped make the experience more positive and more fun? If you could change anything about online learning, what would it be and why?
Online learning? What would it be and why? If I could change anything.
Anything.
What would I change? I don't know. They've all been pretty good.
Would you make it less work, less discussions, more maybe a group project, more interactions with the other students?
No. I think discussions are good. No group projects.
No group project? Is there a reason why you wouldn't want a group project?
Huh?
Is there a reason why you wouldn't want a group project?
Yeah, because I feel like the reason that most students are taking the online classes for convenience, and if you're doing group projects, then you have to still set up a time to meet and like complete this project and then get it together.
Was the course live, self-paced, or both?
What was that?
So when you mentioned before that you had an assignment due every week, did you have lectures that were live, or were her PowerPoints like the professor speaking, or what was it like?
I never had live lectures. Usually it's like you read a section of the book or PowerPoint and read. So you like take notes and read on your own, and so kind of like learn on your own, and then
Okay. What was your biggest obstacle in taking an online course and why?
My biggest obstacle was probably, let's see,